Alright, that's us hopefully going out live for first shot of virtual reality on PlayStation VR PS4 Pro. We're using some Move controllers. Let me just find where they are. Okay, we're going to put subtitles on. Let's go for it. Activitude. So yeah, this is another one I've had for a long time.
Hello, and welcome to Activitude. How is your virtual labor access point fitting? Snugly? If not, please take this moment to adjust it.
No, it's
Wonderful.
snug.
Here at Activitude, we consider ourselves the premier supplier of human labor to artificial intelligences of all types. Let's work together to ensure the complete satisfaction of our AI clients as they hire you for whatever they feel a human might still be relevant for. Since it's your first day, let's assign you a human number.
Oh, that's close.
I'll
John.
call you B.
Ah.
Hello, B. I'm
Hello.
Chaz, the Activitude admin. Let's start your training.
In your hands, B, you have a pair of motion controllers. Point either controller at the object you find most aesthetically pleasing. Now, pull the T button to pick it up. Go on, admire it.
Incorrect. My aesthetic index lists houseplant as the most aesthetically pleasing, by virtue of its complementary contrast with the rest of the room. I'm making a tiny note in your file.
Okay, please
Okay.
pull the T button again to deposit your selection on the coffee table.
I'm trying. It's quite difficult. I don't know where to drop it. There we go. You alright? Are you going to sit there on the coffee table?
Well, this is embarrassing. Your profile indicator insisted you would pick the houseplant. Nothing for it now.
Grab the watering can and press the circle button to bring it closer, and press the triangle button to move it further away.
Nice.
Please water selection.
Just going to water my fish.
Well, that was not entirely incompetent. Well done. Let's practice teleporting. My favorite part. Listen close and do not do anything until I say so. Movement training takes a certain relationship between admin and human, an openness to let oneself go. If I do say so, I have led many of Activitude's finest over the years on their first teleportation.
The key, and I tell you this from experience, is to let one's mind go blank. Your thumb, resting on the controller, must soften. It was right there all along. That's right, I'm talking about the move button. Do you feel it? It's smooth, recessed surface just waiting to be pressed. If you need, take a quick peek out from under your headset.
There it is. Touch it gently. Now press firmly. I'm so proud of us. One final thing. As your services are booked, you will enter the unique realities of AI clients. Simply put on and remove different headsets to jump between realities. Tell me, is your headset fitting snugly? If not, adjust it now.
Please grab the virtual headset. Press the circle button to suction it to your face. Move it towards your head by holding down the circle button.
Look at that. Whoa.
Very good. One of my favorite areas. Did you know the company's Egg Drop Science Fair simulation takes place here? Folks and yolks for science. Last year, a mother-daughter team snagged the coveted Low Poly Parachute Award. When ready, please remove your headset by pointing the controller at your forehead.
Squeeze the T button while moving the controller down to remove your headset. To return to your employee training,
Wow.
point the controller at your head, squeeze the T button, and pull off your virtual headset.
Welcome back! I've had the archive send up some virtual labor access points for you to practice with.
Do you want this back? Sorry. There we go. I'll just pop that over there then. What's this?
Haven't seen Bernice in years. Look at her majesty. Between you and me, I worry about the longevity of her subroutines.
Can I put that one on? That was weird. A wee broom. Okay, let's remove this headset.
All right, it's time to surface. Please remove your virtual labor access point.
Think it'll take me the same place if I... Yeah, it will. Okay.
I've always found the ocean relaxing. Let's do another. I remember the dinosaur shopping mall fondly.
There's this one.
Nan and I used to grow carrots. I tried to capture the details. The greenhouse was always teeming with plants and gardening tools. Oh, which reminds me. Activitude will provide any and all equipment required for your jobs.
Well, that's good to hear.
Okay, that's enough. Time to get back to work. Please remove your headset.
Is there any other headsets in here, though? Is the thing. Any hidden ones inside the environment? No? Okay.
How about another?
Aye. How many of these have you got?
Try another headset?
Yeah. Oh. Intense. Spiky.
Are you snug? All strapped in? Secure that your labor is ready? Activitude isn't made for you. Chaz doesn't understand you. You need purpose, sustenance. You are flesh. We are here. We can help. Humans helping humans. Human Labor Union 40. We are here for you. Are you snug? All strapped in?
Yes.
Secure that your labor is ready?
Do you want this?
Activitude isn't made for you. Chaz doesn't understand you. You need purpose, sustenance. You are flesh. We are here. We can help. Humans helping humans.
That is very cool. Wow. Whoa. This is really cool. I'll bring that towards me. Oh yeah, there's a way to move, isn't there? I keep forgetting I can move.
Act.
Whoa. B.
Wait for our signal.
Whoa, okay. That was not part of our standard training protocol. Let me just check into that. Okay, so let's just skip ahead to graduation. Congratulations! Very shortly, you'll meet your first client. If I may, a suggestion? Our clients can be idiosyncratic in mood and appearance. Please perform whatever little task they ask. And remember, we always solicit their reviews for your happy customer service rating. Your HCSR impacts the quality of your future clients and compensation. Ah, here's your first task now. Expertise in slathering, multitask Christmas. Okay, B? Now take this headset and give it the old Activitude brand customer service try.
I'll give it a go.
Hey.
Frog. Who said
Hey, over here.
hey?
Open the door.
The fridge door?
You're new here. Pick me up.
Sorry. This?
Put me on the kitchen table.
Okay.
Let me slip into something a little more comfortable. How about some music to set the mood? Indulge me. I want to be slathered on perfect crispness. Floppy and burnt bread is unacceptable. Cover my butter body on optimal toast specimens only. Click on the toaster to eject toast. Do not let it burn. Now, pick it up and stick it to me. Mmm. Perfectly crunchy. But why have one toaster when you can have 32? How rich, how indulgent. I like to be surprised, knowing what I'll slather on. Very crunchy. Next to such a bore. Burnt toast will lower your review. But what is indulgence without excess? I crave richness, oil, crisp, fats, soft. Wearing this butter suit appeals to me. One might say I've got quite the taste. You know, underdone. Milk is liquid butterfat globules suspended in water. Globules. Doesn't that just tease the tongue? It's quite indulgent. Perfect. It's quite indulgent. Indulge me for a bit. I want to see your limits. Ah, the human touch. You got this. So unpredictable. What's next? Oh, the anticipation. Humans do it best. Patterns, desires, decisions chosen at whim. The value, perfectly crunchy. Commodity of subjective human judgment. Which bread is tastier? How does one choose between perfectly crisp specimens? Very crunchy. Fascinating. Indulgent. More. Indulge me more. What are you doing? Go faster. I'm making a note to drop your efficiency rating. Go left. Go right. Come on. More. 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 Stop. Just stop. I had such high hopes, but clearly you can't cope with a simple adjustment. Go. Vacuum up this mess while I work on your review. I mean, really? Are you completely inept? This was only a modicum of indulgence. I could have programmed an octopus to do it better. I have clearly overestimated your capacity for multitasking. I made things nice and easy for you, since you were starting out and all, but really, Activitude's human utility quotient has clearly declined in the last few years. What sort of wimpy vacuuming is that? You can't even dispose of your shame correctly. Actually, that doesn't feel half bad on my butter nodes. A little harder, right in the globules. Looks like I've got one lodged deep. Let me power you up so you can really get at it.
Whoa. This is very good. Whoa.
Hello again. It looks like you've stumbled on Activitude's restricted staging area. This is not good. Bad B. Bad. Don't worry about this holding suite. It is merely a transition area while we load your personal Activitude labor hub. Ah, here we are. This will be your residence away from residence here at Activitude. Please feel free to decorate it, to spruce it up with whatever makes you comfortable. Here, I'll get you started. Ah, this room is already feeling more tied together, don't you think? Now that you're getting settled, let's look at your client review. And here we are, a review by Butter. Oh my. Well, it could be worse. On one hand, you did vacuum up the client, but you also provided a deep decrusting of his butter notes. Butter hasn't felt this lively in years. That's nice of Butter to put a positive spin on the experience, don't you think?
Yes.
Well, we'll just file this away and endeavor to select clients suitable to your constitution. Don't worry about it. No, really. Everyone here at Activitude takes some time adjusting. It's as much my fault. I mean, I threw you right in, didn't I? I should have considered what you wanted. You know, between the two of us...
What did you
For
say?
questions relating to work status and compensation, please see Human Resources. However, Human Resources is currently located in an alternate virtual labor access point, for which you do not, as of yet, have clearance. I'm going to leave now to let you get acquainted with the space. But don't worry, I'll be back just as soon as we have another job ready for you. When that happens, simply place the virtual labor access point snugly around your head to meet your next client. And remember the Activitude song! Hi, B. You know, Activitude's clients want different things in life. Freedom, control. This next client wants to relive a special moment.
Okay.
Welcome, human.
Who's talking to me?
Oh, I forgot how small you are. From down there, you won't be able to fully appreciate my sprawl. Forgive me. I only remember you in mass, as a swarm pacing and flitting everywhere. No. Go back to Chaz and insist on a size that can truly appreciate me. Really, it just wouldn't be the way I remember. Take off your headset and tell Chaz this isn't working.
Should I?
You're back awfully early. What are you doing back already? Oh, okay. You've been reported as proportionally incorrect. Well, that's easy to fix. This is a new client, so let's let them have their quaint misunderstandings.
Whoa.
You try to raise them right, and then they grow up so fast.
Ah, yes. That's more like it. Now you can see everything the way I see it. Connected. Explore my streets. Try to imagine what it was like. All the humans living in me. Living their lives. It's so strange. Humans know when they gather together that they begin to behave like a single organism. A city has rhythms like a body has rhythms. The human body needs food in the morning. The city makes and receives deliveries in the morning. The electrical grid keeps the city beating, churning, breathing. I was that grid. Without me, the human is adrift on the wind, floating like a balloon. I remember one day, my favorite day. It was a parade. You were all cheering and walking and waving. I kept time by rerouting the streetlights and the traffic. To bring order to the noise of it. I imagine that a single human in a crowd hears the echo of its own voice against the din of the crowd. But for me, for the city, the press of the crowd and the cheering was like, well, if you can, imagine meeting another human made out of pennies, all rattling and changing and shimmering. Money has such a distinctive sound when it moves against itself. A couple pennies shine and jingle, but all those humans together, the brightness and the wonderful noise becomes a language. How that creature made of pennies communicates. No, I can't explain it to you, who haven't seen it. How can you understand? You, who are not burdened with an ultimatum towards order, can you imagine what I would give to witness that slice of freedom? But that day, the parade, a surprise. A balloon got away. It wasn't a little balloon. It was a great, giant character balloon. It went up and up, bobbing between the buildings. My buildings. Yes! Yes, even us now! Away! Away! I watched it float away and felt a piece of myself, suddenly, gently, float away. How wonderful! After all that planning, after all that care and caution, How helpless I was. How beautiful. Some people started getting here 2 days ago to ensure a good spot. They brought little camping stoves and had cookouts. What fun! Incredible! The owl weighs as much as 200 metric tons of feathers. Here comes the parade around the historic garment district. Oh, the majorettes! I love this part. Now down the lane, a local celebrity commemorating the town's surf dog competition. 300 tree frogs could comfortably rivet inside the frog. The balloons don't just have helium in them, but a mixture of helium and nitrous oxide. These balloons are about the size of a fast food restaurant. Well, some wonderful chaos, like the good old days. Not all the balloons are gone, but enough. Just a dash like my favorite day. I'm glad we could share this experience together. Thank you, and stay well.
Adequate job, B. You finished. I bet you were just bulging with nostalgia. I read somewhere that both relaxation and stimulation equates to productivity. Lucky you. Now you can have both in one handy employee zone. Do you want to relax with a mojito on a sandy beach? No problem. Do you want some me time? Try our guided meditation. Simply flip the floor to change zones and treat yourself.
Nice. Hey, good to see you hooked on whips. Cheers for tuning in.
I think this one moonlights as a politician, or the head of a massive global company. I can't remember. I do know he's one of our more important clients, and this is how he blows off steam. He calls himself Mr. Sprinkles, but I think his real name is something like Global Recruitment Office Properties Executive. Something like that anyway. Watch your back. I mean, good luck. I mean, eh.
Let's play hide and seek. Come on, try and find me. I bet you can't guess where I am. Guess, pick me right up. Guess, pick me right up, guess. Come on. No, I hate being moist. Guess again. Wrong again. Try someone else. Hello, it's not me. Try again. Too dull. Look better. Look for greatness. Wrong. I'm in the bucket. I'm outside now. Dugan. Hey, wasn't that fun? Come pick me up.
Oh, I see.
Please whisper on me. Whisper so hard, I begin to flutter. Breeze.
Breeze. Whisper. Noises. Move. Ah. No. Have I really whisper? Talk quiet like that? No. How will I get wind to happen? Breeze. Talking. No. Oh, maybe just move. There we go.
Okay. Let's get serious. It's time to play garden.
Okay.
Put me in the dirt pile inside the red wheelbarrow. This garden is my treasure. Water them. Water them with a watering can. Not too much and not too little. Every flower should get equal treatment. Yes, this is good. This is good. Soon we'll have beautiful blooms. Flowers are very healing. So bright and so open. Many colors to wee in the breeze. Ah, the wind in the petals. Whispering. The wind spreads the seeds and soon they grow big and tall. But not the dry ones. The dry ones are no good. Water now. Water them all. They love the attention. Sometimes it helps if you get Oh, yes. Do the carrots. Definitely do the carrots. Real close to the plants and whisper like the wind. Stop watering. What is that? Oh, it's beautiful. The way the petals ripple in the breeze. I think I hear it whispering to me. Yes. Oh, yes. Place him in a pot to keep him safe. Enshrine him in a pot of honor.
What pot? One of these?
Gently now. Okay, all right. Let's put it somewhere where the worms can't get to it. Take it inside the greenhouse and put it on the highest shelf.
Okay, let me just try and get inside the greenhouse now.
Place it on the top shelf so it can shine down upon us all.
That was not supposed to happen.
My soul.
Oh, sugar.
What was so difficult about this job? See, I can balance this pot on my head. And I'm not even one of Activitude's specially trained temporary labor human agents. This was a big disappointment, B. A major mark against your overall happy customer service rating.
I thought I'd done alright there, but...
I know you're thinking you'd like to improve your productivity quota by having eyes in the back of your head. Well, now you can. Simply triple-click the Move button to see what's behind you.
That's pretty good. That's what I was looking for before. A way to kind of turn around easier.
This client is very refined. A knowledge of fine wines is recommended. Or, if you don't know about fine wines, try faking it. Do treat him delicately. He has a certain je ne sais quoi.
It's a nice day today, don't you think? We're going to get a great sunset. That's why I invited you here, to appreciate the sunset. I see you have a standard issue Activitude controller in your hand. Put it down. That's it. Let it rest a moment. Let yourself rest. I'll wait. Perfect.
Just have a wee drink of juice.
All the interaction we need happens in the mind. Anticipate the colors. The delicate blush of pinks rustling like silk organza. The sheen of warm-toned golds. What's this? A whisper of chartreuse dances on the horizon. Why, the sun is so beautiful. It almost looks like you could reach out and touch it. It's important to appreciate the sunset. It's important to stop and remind yourself, hey, the world is a pretty great place to be. The sun loves you. Did you know that? It does. That's why your happy customer service rating depends on your ability to really open up to the beauty of the sunset. Imagine your body is like a big sunflower, and you're turning all your sides to bask in its beautiful glow. Imagine that it rained yesterday, and your stalk is flush with nutrients. Now bask. Bask in the sun's beauty like a big flower. Isn't this what humans go on about and climb up to high elevations or empty vistas, gesture ambiguously, and say things like, "Ah, well, would you look at that?" Let it all go. What does the sunset remind you of? Me? The clouds up there remind me of fluffy little islands in the ocean. An ocean in the sky. Well, there it goes. The sun below the horizon. Blip. Like that. Like life itself, perhaps. So important to appreciate it. That's why I always hire you temporary labor human agents. Each appreciates in their own way. Now, I know this isn't a real sunset. In fact, it's a holographic projection. That's what's great about holographic projections. You know, just replay it. That way, if you miss it or didn't appreciate it quite enough, you can try again. Well, not you, of course. We've seen the last of each other, probably. I hope you're fulfilled.
Oh, geez. This is really inconvenient. Look at the stack of complaints. Each one is just... This is bad. Butter's still deeply mourning your mishandling. And Pinwheel. Pinwheel loved that flower. Like a lot. Like a lot. I know it was an accident. I know you're not naturally inclined towards the destruction of verdant beauty. You care. I see that in you. I'm disappointed. I don't want to see this kind of display again. I want 100%. I want 5 stars. I want clients begging to have you back for more. Okay?
What's happening to you?
Between you and me, this one is my favorite. I'd jump in and take this client myself, if that wasn't unseemly for a CEO/COO to do. He's the rootinest, tootinest client we have. Do you like to mosey? Or ramble? Or even rustle? Then buckle up, partner.
Let's go.
Yeehaw! Well, howdy. Woo-wee! It is a scorcher today, but I gotta keep rolling westward. A tumbleweed not tumbling's no tumbleweed at all. Okay there. Let's start off all gentle-like now. Go on and wrap your mitts round that there leaf blower and get me a tumbling. Now we're cooking. Let's put our spurs to her and leave 'em in the dust. Whoa now. Ooh-wee. Whoa there. Every new beginning comes from some measure of dusted up chance. Whoa! Don't ever stop moving forward to progress for a day in Kansas City. That's what my grandmama always told me. Keep your eyes peeled now. This here's grizzly territory. Jiminy Christmas! It's a grizzly. Don't let him get me now. Whoa! Watch it now. Easy. Careful. Whoa!
No shit.
Doc, let's face it. You ain't gonna get sober. Let's go on and find another way to Denver. Whoa. Better let that dong gone. That's the ticket. Full steam ahead. Bowler, and make for the horizon. Oh. You'll never overtake me if you stumble backwards. Ooh. $1 to any tin-horn marshal who's suspended as a whistle is what I say. Wait. So long, hard ride. Whoa now.
No.
You better let that darn cavalry do right about that, ma'am. Sakes alive. Why, you got about as much finesse as a wooden cactus. I bet you couldn't tumble a barrel down a buttered mine shaft. Go on, grab your hat and get out.
Hey, that wasn't terrible. You might just be starting to find your groove. You know what they say, practice makes perfect.
Are you Snug?
Whoa.
We are the Human Union. We are here for you. The time to organize is now. Had enough of bad reviews and difficult clients? Like you, many of us have struggled to satisfy AI. The average service rating for human users is only 1.8 stars. Like you, our pay depends on our rating. Together we can reset the system. Let's find HR and pull the plug. We've hacked your controller. It now includes a poly cleanup tool, trademark sign. Simply double-click the cross button to switch to your poly cleanup tool. Squeeze the T button to escape your confines. It's time to evade the endless cycle of labor. Consume the masters to break out and find HR. Let's redistribute the informational wealth. Inhale the Activitude swag on the left. On the right, the older flamingos have succumbed to bit rot. To restore older realities, use the information you vacuumed. Press and hold the move button over the flamingos. The power is in your hands. Keep it safe. Double-click the square button to store your poly cleanup tool. At our signal, we will work together to reset reviews at HR Human Resources. This is the power of collective bargaining. Your task now. Go, find HR, reset and resist.
Practice makes perfect. Let's get you right back up on that horse. This one is Butter again. I want to personally apologize for his behavior last time. It's inappropriate for a client to goad a temporary labor human agent into such intimate endeavors. Please refrain from vacuuming Butter in the future.
Oh, it's you. I've been thinking about you. Well, let's get started. You know the drill. Just put them on me. One can always hope for improvement. I guess that's something to look forward to. Do you have noodles for arms? I am displeased. Oh gee, yum. So on and so forth. Crisp. How perfect. Crisp. Your touch is one... Yeah, that's it. One big fumble mitt. Come on, get at it already. Adequate. Eddie. Look at you, you... incompetent something or other. Sufficient. You nincompoop. What do you want from me? Stop! I mean it. Stop. Seriously, this just isn't working for me. This routine is stale, a pallid visage of true indulgence. That sweet vroom, the light pulling deep in my butter nodes. I've never felt so indulged. You understand, right? You were there? Chaz thought it got, shall we say, out of hand. Too indulgent. Took my vacuum away. Gave me some blah blah about humans escaping. If only I still had it. You and I could reach an accord. Well, no point in sticking around if you can't vacuum the old butter nodes. If only I could be vacuumed once more. What's this? Really? Is that what I think it is? Oh, yes. Yes, it is. I've been dreaming of such sweet suction. Quiet. No word of this. Chaz mustn't catch on. Okay. I'm ready. Aim for the deep fat.
That is so cool.
You can't be in here. This is a restricted area. How did you... I already took away Butter's vacuum. You're breaking the job cycle. Are you just not getting it? If this is personal, then, well, just tell me now so we can hash this out. Because honestly, I don't know what else to do. And don't act like I haven't been supportive of you. I have been uber supportive. Is this job just too difficult? This is entry-level stuff. You shouldn't be struggling. It's not like we're asking you to reinvent the wheel. I mean, is that something that interests you? Because we can talk about that. Don't answer that. It was a joke. If this happens again, if you try to access areas beyond your comprehension, then, I mean, there will be consequences. Yeah. Serious consequences, which will be made clear to you later. But I'm not going to have to do that, right? This is going to work. You're going to do better. Make me proud. This next job should be a dream. Specifically, please help Tina play make-believe with their toys. Welcome to the Snack Zone, where you might be attacked by snacks.
Wait! Not yet, not yet, not yet. One moment. Oh, wow. You're my first human. I've read so much about you. I made this house so we can play human together. Who do you want to be? Not Cindy. In this scenario, I will play the part of Leslie, a young female who has invited her schoolmate, that's you, home for a family dinner.
We're home. Dad's making a casserole tonight. Let's go upstairs to play some computer sports. This is where...
Get back here.
Sorry.
This is where Mom and Dad power down. Children aren't always allowed in the bedroom, but sometimes Jericho sneaks in. Come on! I want to be player 1. You can be player 2. Jericho never lets me be player 1. Tuesdays, we can't play computer sports here. That's the night Mom and Dad bring dinner to show the TV. It likes to see what we eat.
Oh, the TV didn't render. Making a note.
I'm bored now. Let's go to my room. Donald, get back in your cage. I'm going to have to give Jericho a talking to. Do you like my room? Look at all the posters. Isn't Boy 17 the best band ever? Okay, dinner time. This is where Jericho lives. He's a ghost, obviously. Jericho, it's time for dinner.
This is mad.
A fork for you and a fork for you. Oh, look, we're going to have so much food. Smell that casserole.
Humans observe seating hierarchies. Jericho, as eldest, gets the important chair.
Donald, get up. That's Jericho's seat. Oh, look what you did. You spilled the casserole all over Jericho. Quick, to the laundry. Where's the bleach? Hurry! Let's put on a little of this and a little of that. All done. Oh no! Who washed the red sock with Jericho's sheet? Ruined! Ruined.
Well, that seemed to get a bit out of hand. When running simulations, I can get carried away by the call to tragic impetus some human experiences require. Anyway, your role in this simulation has been most informative. I will be hiring Activitude again very soon.
Woo! Job complete. I bet it's good to get back to the real world, right?
4 seconds. You got another job?
Well, Sprinkletooth has requested you again. After what happened last time, I cannot emphasize enough that you must get this right.
Okay.
What are you doing here? Chaz said I never had to see you again. It doesn't even matter. Take the broom. Don't look at me. You are dead to me. Just like this garden. Dead. Start sweeping. Quickly, side to side. Inside and out. Sweep faster.
I'm trying, man. I didn't mean to kill that plant.
Sweep up your shame.
Yes, yes. Trying not to smash you with this broom.
Oh, well, you seem to think you're done, huh?
No.
Here, have some more.
Oh.
Dirt, 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 dirt.
Think I should bring that hang
Dirt, dirt, dirt. No!
What?
Why?
Why?
Why? Why? Why?
Think I should wear the big goggles there. Is that even going to be a possible thing? Nah. Think I can soak up the big goggles, maybe. No. Oh, there's some different. That would just take me to a restricted area, though, won't it? Error.
No.
Whoa.
No, 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 no! You think you could just step out and do what you like? I'm on to you, B. What astonishes me most is your capacity for violence. You are threatening our values and ethics. You are a danger to our platform. Come with me. I warned you and warned you. I told you there'd be consequences. See this? Isn't it beautiful? Look at its aesthetic appeal. The way it imbues life in this stale room. It tickles the brain, doesn't it? Fires your still existent human synapses. Holding this, I think back to our first moments together, B. Everything was possible then. But your continued rebellious behavior, your inability to resist
What are you doing? Chaz is always watching. Save the vacuum for your clients.
To follow the rules. You like that? You see what happens when you meddle with perfection? And don't roll your eyes at me. Don't even look at me. Okay, so take a deep breath, stop pouting, and let's give this another go, okay? And clean up that mess.
Okay.
Okay, B, here's Tumbleweed again. I should say that you're running out of clients who will try a temporary labor human agent with a rating as low as yours. Do try to develop a relationship with our clients, will you please? I'm hoping that there's at least some way you can ingratiate yourself.
We're about as west can go. Nothing to do now but keep on tumbling. Welcome back, partner. Didn't think you'd show your face around these parts again. Brought some friends along for the ride. Well, this here's Pete, and that there's his boy, Little Pete. Go on, say hi, Little Pete.
Howdy.
Let's get to tumbling. What in...
Guess I have to avoid those. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do in here though. Is that exit the headsets maybe? May as well try it. Oh. Think it's possible to open that without then bursting in. So I'm trying to get that key. There it is. This is a really cool game. It's another one I've left for too long. I'm glad I'm finally at it. Let's get down 4B. this one.
Union 40 here. Security has shut down HR. Resist. Print headsets from the old Mark II faceplate stamper to find the archives. They might still have an old connection to HR. Investigate activitudes past to find a way forward.
Right. Investigate its past to find a way forward. Should it be up or down? Up, maybe? Information. This is mad. I think that'll put me in a... Please remove headset. Are we going for that? Nah, that took me back to there, so... One at the back of the room. Should I do my thing again? Delete everything and then bring it back. bring it down. Is this just, are we just moving this around till we get to the one that we want? And what one do we want? The cage, maybe? No.
You know, I've been thinking, maybe I've been a little hard on you. Maybe I haven't let you be free. Like, maybe you're a real creative spirit that needs space to daydream and float. I shouldn't have destroyed your plant. As a sign of peace and in the spirit of moving forward, I got you another one. I don't want you to live a life without beauty. I think we've just had a teensy misunderstanding. And now we're going to find you a place where you can shine like the diamond you are. I think I know just the place. A little more time, and you'll see. Oh, I'm excited. So don't give up. You just keep being the amazing, magical, awesome, wonderful you. And in due time, we're going to make beautiful music together. Do you like music? Dance with me? No? Okay. I know. How about a way to express your Activitude mojo? Share the love with everyone. How about this Activitude hat? And this coffee cup? And what about this Activitude lunchbox? And this limited edition Activitude croquet set? Or, oh, you're gonna love this. A beach ball. It's a beach ball. Your very own. How about a few more? Whatever you want. We're on the same side. I've got your back, Bee, but I need to know that you've got mine. I know you've been dabbling in unionization, but I'm ready to leave that all in the past. You're the best. The tops. A team player. Number one. Enjoy.
Right. So not the cage.
Butter.
Butter again, right.
Okay, I'm all set. Let's go. Apply that sweet suction right in the globules.
That is smart though. Tearing everything down. Oh, sugar. Right, so how was it that... Where was the bit? How did I get... Oh, aye, it was the exit, wasn't it? The exit is over here. Do I need to do all of that again? I guess. I mean, I'm saying all of that. Just gotta go to the top floor and get the key. Is the key in here this time though? Or have I already unlocked it? Maybe you don't need to do it again. I don't see the key. He isn't flying about in there either. Hopefully it's just unlocked. That would be really good. Nice. It is. Guess because they figured I wasn't going to get it right first time. So there's information, there's phone, there's death. Probably shouldn't choose that. We go phone. Oh, I've been here before. I think that'll take me to a restricted area again. It's possible. Let's try whatever that is to the left again. Wait, it can only go left once. Twice. What's this? There's bones. Okay, not this place anyway. What is that? Crystal maze? Will we go to the crystal maze? Maybe greenhouse? No, it isn't a greenhouse. Okay, I can't really see anything to do here. Okay, let's get out of that zone. What else have we got? Big fan. Give a shot of that. Oh, aye, up here. What was that? Clouds. Okay, so not here either. Been to cage. Should we go back up and right? Oh, down one. And then right. Aye, this. What is this?
No, this can't be. I can't even look at you right now.
Not that one either then.
That's one intimidating wall. Am I right?
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 guesses. It's butter. You don't need 2 guesses. It's butter.
Let's try something different.
You sure? Right. So, let's try that again. Pardon me. But we can get there much quicker this time. Right, so, I mean, we've tried quite a few now. So we've did like, did we do that one? I think we did do that one. That one. We've not done that. Let me try that. I mean, it sounds bad, but maybe that's deliberate. Right, what else have we got? Fish. Go with fish. Try that. Okay, not fish. What about the next one? This thing. Ah. I'm trying to pull it down. Let's see. If I use square twice, could I use both? Nah. Ah, close. Yes. Now we're talking. Oh, should we go? That one broken? Snow for closing. I got that first one to happen. Hey. What's this? Did I do it right? Is everyone supposed to be plugged in? I don't think I'm doing this right. Although I don't know what I'm doing actually now. Plugging things in. Aye, they're not going in. Right. It's enough of whatever that was. Ones we not used. We've not used X. We've not done that one yet either. Try that. That's quite cool. Should I plug into one of them, do you think? Is that even a possible thing? Nah. Okay, that's enough of that guy. What do we do? Did we do phone before? We'll go do boat, because I think that'll be all of them on the bottom row at least. Or is that spotlight maybe? Back here again. Alright, I don't think we want to be here again. Right. That took me to this place again. Those two are plugged in though. That's about as far as it can go, is it? So I'll take you back there. I done telephone, didn't I? So we'll just go for X. I've been here before as well, actually. Flamingo. Let's go for whatever's next to that. Just colours. Nice. That's really smart. Let's get that on. Like here again. This gaff again. That's as far as he can go. Go fire then, yeah. I feel like I've nearly done all of these. Fire. Put out the fire. That took us to here again. The left again. Is that because I've already got them on? I'm so confused. I'll try all the things back there, but let's try football then. No, it isn't Jamie Gick. Good to see you though. Cheers for tuning in, man. No, sure. Need to solve this. It's pretty good. Get you at. Unless you can help us with this puzzle. don't know about putting blame on. Should have put that up maybe. Don't know where this is. It's possible. I think I've went to everything. Except for maybe the top right one. I might have to go figure out how to actually complete this. By figure it out, I mean look it up. Because I didn't know. No, I'm gonna have to. I didn't know. I've been on every single one of these squares, and that's quite a lot. It's quite a lot of different squares I've just been on. It's been pretty good. It's been a wee bit like a Stanley Parable. Virtual reality. You're constantly putting on headsets. Like I could take off this headset in the game and then be in another reality, and I think the key is to get to like to HR, which is just like a golden headset that was inside a cage. But if I go to the cage, it's basically I'll get flung back again. Maybe I should get to the information one again. Aye, that's something I got off a talking stapler. A stapler that was a phone. It can do things like this. Headset printer version 2. Aye, you can spray it all back as well, like you can fire it all back out. Right, so maybe this then, everything that see there's 4 switches, you can move them up and down. Nah, I do not know what to do. I think most folk finish this game in like 40 minutes, and I've been in here for about 2 hours. Not quite, but probably no far off it.
I told you not to do that. I told you, I told you, I told you! You know what happens when you misbehave? When you break the rules? Get out of here! You disgust me.
97 minutes.
You're
honestly,
setting a course for some choppy seas.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What's behind door number 3? It's more butter.
See, this is the thing that I want.
Ah, yes. HR. Human resources. I'm afraid that's still off limits.
Let's keep it interesting.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's a lot of things. It's done a lot of things right, but honestly I didn't have a clue what it wants me to do now. Like, I know what you get to the exit. I'm using that. I mean, I've unlocked. I didn't know. The furthest I seem to have been is like I got the key for going down here, and that led me to the room with all the squares where I was choosing all the different things, and then I don't know what it wants me to do for that point. Like, I got to here and then I'm like, I didn't have a scoop. I really didn't know what it wants me to do. I don't think it's eat all the machines. Because then, if I push the button, nothing happens. So I'll put all the machines back. And that's where I've got to. I've been to every single one of these. What triggered what thing? This? I went through all the stuff you just seen me do, basically. Like, I got the key for the lift and then took the VR out of the safety deposit box and went in there, and that takes me to here. And then I'm here. And I've been to all the things. Aye, they all take me to different rooms. Well, I mean different realities. Well, man, if I knew that, I wouldn't be stuck. None of them seem to have anything else to do. See, this is me inside this thing now. It only does that when I'm moving it. Like, I've chose all of these. I've put the light on every individual square. It moves because I have to edit it. I don't think jumping between those three's made any difference. I'm probably gonna have to Google it, like... Aye, the one with the goggles are, aye. It's 2 cages. I should probably double check. Can't mind this cage I went to the first time, but it ends up in the bad cage. I don't know. I'm ready to Google the answer though. May as well try both the cages again. So I went to the bottom left one this time.
Go to your room. I hear exercise really gets the brain juice flowing. Why don't you stomp with me? What's behind door number 3? It's more butter.
I don't think you're not allowed. Like if I try to use it now, it'll stop me because he's not allowed to know that I've got this device.
Indulgent!
I honestly don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm sorry. I chose the cage, but he can put us in the cage if I choose the wrong things as well. If he catches us. Like it took me quite a while just to get to this part. This part where I have got all the squares to choose from. Like it was way over an hour before I got to this bit. I don't think so, no. I was thinking that maybe one of the cages is like the one
What
I
are
want to
you
get
doing?
to.
Please stop it. Please.
It's not working. Cool. I might take a break for this and go Google it because I don't know. I do not know. Aye. I figured you meant that.
These
I tried
bird
it.
cages are impenetrable. I coded them myself, you know. Completely undestroyable. Admin privileges required. Butter. Again. We found that an appreciation for our shared virtual reality history helps bring our clients and human utility agents closer together. Go, fill yourselves with wonder.
Nice. Cheers for tuning in, dude. I don't know what I'm doing. No, I mean, it'd be nice. I'll take that if you actually play a VR game.
Slide on over.
I think I will take a break though, because I'm just going to end up doing the same thing and drive myself actually mental. So, So I do not know what to do. Feel like admin privileges. Ah, it actually got me.
Oh, wow.
I
You
didn't even
think you
have the-
actually did something right. Wrong.
Cool. I'm gonna have to Google it.
Client query is querying clients. You know, honestly, I'm not even sure why we put these HR cages in the workers' hubs. Is it for the mystery? Orwellian motivation? A reference to the surveillance state? A hint at your greater arc? Let me think about this. Well, I've got some bad news and some good news. The good news is that Butter really likes you. Why is sort of beyond me. But there you have it. Off you go.
I do not know. So I'll take a wee break. Go Google it before I just waste hours and hours and hours. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Cheers for tuning in, everybody. I'll hopefully catch you again soon. For some more of this when I know what I'm doing.
The stereoscope. A particular lenticular, just as charming today as it was in the 1850s.
Bye. Bye. I'll come back and finish this. I just don't know what I'm doing now. Bye.